Hi, today we're looking at question 4. This question comes from the Qmi exam, June 2017, also from paper 2. It reads as follows: Jonas, Jacob, James, and Joseph sold memory cards for cellular phones for a total profit of 2,596 rands and 80 cents. The profit is shared between them in a ratio equal to that of the number of memory cards they sold. Jonas sold 33, Jacob 40, James 23, and Joseph 48 memory cards respectively. How much money does James get? So basically we've got 4 people who sold memory cards for cell phones. They made a profit and they each get a portion of the profits equivalent to the number of memory cards they each sold out of the whole lot. So what we have is we've got, okay, let's put them by name. So we've got okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4. Okay, let's do that. Let's make it 5 actually. That'll be more interesting. So this would be for the total. Okay, so we've got Jonas, we've got Jacob, we've got James, then we've got Joseph. Okay, we're told that Jonas sold 33, Jacob sold 40, James sold 23, and Joseph sold 48. Okay, now that means in total they sold 33 plus 40 plus 23 plus 48, which would amount to 144. So in total they've sold 144. And then we're told that in terms of, so this is the cards, and then told that in terms of the profits, they each get according to the portion of the number of memory cards that they sold. So we know that the total profit is 2,596.80. Okay, so for example, John would get, out of the 2,596, he'll get a ratio of 33 out of 144 times the actual total amount. So James would get a portion of 40 out of the 144. James will get 23 out of 44. That will be his ratio. And then Joseph, he sold 48 out of 144, so his money would be 44 over 144 times the total amount. So what we then do is to get the portion for each one, it will be the total amount times the ratio in terms of how many memory cards, how many memory card sales they contributed towards the total. So in this case we want to know for James. The question is asking about James. So James, the money that he would get would be, he sold 23 out of 144 memory cards. So we take this ratio, we multiply it by the total profit made to get James' portion of the profit, Because remember, the profits are linked to how many memory cards each person sold. So if we use a calculator, this is James' portion of the profits. And given that James sold the least number of memory cards, he gets the least amount from the profits. And Joseph, of course, will get the most chunk out of those profits because he sold the most. Okay. So basically, when you're working with ratio, you just have to remember you need to know what the total is, so that if it's a question that requires you to work out how much each person is getting based on their share of the total, then you take their share of the total, in this case memory cards. So you take the number of memory cards they sold, you divide it by the total memory cards sold, so that gives you a fraction. So you know that they sold 40, in this case, let's say Joseph, it's 48 out of 144, so that's his fraction in terms of the sales. So we use the same fraction to basically determine how much the profits would be. Okay, I hope that's okay. Thank you once again.